What's going on, everybody? It's Lexi, and you are watching The Nerds Table. Cue the intro. Okay, everybody, so today we're gonna be reacting. Today we're gonna be reacting to a new wrestling video. I found it. I believe it's a WrestleMania. It's a WrestleMania video. It's 10 WWE wrestlers who debuted.
Nope.
Who debuted.
Nope.
It's 10 wrestlers who debuted as fans. That's what it is. That's why I couldn't get my words out. I don't care. I just got work. We got a lot of new subscribers. Welcome to this table, because this is a table that we all sit at. We all sit at this table. You're welcome here. So anyways, let's get into it. I ain't gonna waste too much time being cringy. So let's get into it. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out WrestleMania.co.uk and our wrestling channel. Incredible. Number 10, Emma. Emma would appear in the audience on both Raw and SmackDown, and gradually over a few weeks, the fans would begin to question Emma's motives and question why she was hanging around in the audience. Following her being planted in the audience for a number of weeks, Emma would officially become a member of the main roster when Santino and MARELLA called her out of the audience for a dance-off.
I remember Emma.
The WWE didn't reckon on Emma's celebrated history in NXT as a commentary team that Emma was previously a key part of the Black and Gold brand. This was a clever way to call up a talent from NXT, and pairing Emma with someone as popular as Santino was a smart initial move on behalf of WWE.
Isn't Emma returned?
BLACKMAN.
Yeah, I think she returned.
The Lethal Weapon Steve BLACKMAN was one of the most underrated stars of the Attitude Era. BLACKMAN's martial arts gimmick was way ahead of its time, and fans had
Whoa, okay, all right, we
what is often
get it.
forgotten about when it comes to BLACKMAN is that he debuted as a fan back in '97. On the November 7th, '97 episode of Raw, BLACKMAN would be sitting in the crowd. He would jump the guardrail to attack the Hart Foundation, who were attacking Vader. He would be given instant credibility with his presentation, and a substantial push would follow. He'd be a part of Team USA at the '97 Survivor Series in a featured match against Team Canada. Following this push, BLACKMAN would have a number of notable feuds in the Attitude Era with the likes of Ken Shamrock.
I was gonna say, was that Ken Shamrock? Now why he fall off like that?
Number 8, Rosa Mendes. When Rosa Mendes took part in the 2006 Diva search, WWE believed
there are
that she
some
had
things
potential before they signed her to a WWE developmental deal.
Nope, not gonna say that.
Fast forward to 2008.
Nope. Look at Santino MARELLA again.
To the main roster, and they had an interesting story.
Oh wow! Well, of course he's pulling people out of the audience.
Specifically, a BETH Phoenix.
I'm sure he's gonna show up in this list.
Phoenix would eventually hire Mendes in the storyline to be her and Santino MARELLA's intern.
I loosely remember this. Loosely remember this.
She would transition into a manager for Primo and
Epico. I love their theme song.
WWE needed her. She had a decent run in the company that lasted over a decade, which was certainly a noteworthy achievement for the former Diva Search star.
What?
Number 7, Hillbilly Jim.
I'm sorry, look at Vince McMahon. Hillbilly Jim? That's what y'all came up with? Y'all had no other name. You were like, oh, what does he look like? A hillbilly? What's your name, son? Jim? Hillbilly Jim.
In a series of vignettes, this was a huge spotlight for Hillbilly Jim's persona, and to his credit, he managed to get over with the audience, and our fans loved what he offered.
Cartwheeling.
Although Jim never won a championship in WWE, he was a certified legend, and would later be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2018.
Hey, go Bird.
Number 6, Serena DEEB. In early 2010,
I remember Serena.
WWE would debut Serena DEEB, and their plan was for Serena to join CM Punk in his straight.
I mean, he shaved her head, didn't he?
When Punk offered her a spot in the contest.
I mean, he shaved her head.
In unique fashion, she would have her head shaved,
yeah.
which just highlighted how dedicated and passionate Serena was about her role. Her initial WWE run ultimately came to an end after WWE ruled that she wasn't living the straight edge lifestyle in real life. She would have a number of guest stints in WWE a number of years later.
I remember that. She wasn't in Mae Young Classics, wasn't she?
Division.
I remember that.
5,
I remember the Mae Young Classics. That was pretty good tournament. Pretty good tournament.
In the late 80s. On the November 11th, 1989 edition of Superstars, Dino Bravo would challenge the Ultimate Warrior to a strength test. Bravo, along with his manager Jimmy Hart,
look at what he's wearing.
Should be picked, and Bravo and Warrior would perform.
Put that cigarette out.
This was
Girl, put that cigarette out.
when the man who would be later known as the Earthquake would be selected. Earthquake informed the audience that his name was simply John, and when it was time for Earthquake to sit on the back of the Warrior, Earthquake would officially become the member of the roster when he used a
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
fans instantly know that Earthquake was a devastating
Yeah, because
That's
imagine
nasty.
he
This was an
sits on you.
ingenious way for them to debut a new star. It worked wonders for Earthquake's connection with the audience. Number 4, Zach Gowen. But WWE likes to
Who?
experiment with their programming from time to time, and the in-ring debut of Zach Gowen was certainly an interesting storyline that transpired in 2003. Gowen would debut as a fan in May of the aforementioned year and jumped a barricade in order to help Hulk Hogan, aka Mr. America, who was being attacked by Roddy Piper and Sean O'Haire. Gowen had a prosthetic leg. He would be instantly thrown into the big time, as during his first few months he would work with WWE legends such as Brock Lesnar. WWE believed that Gowen would be a huge star for the
wrestling.
company. Now, his run in WWE though
With
wouldn't
one
last too
leg.
long, as he was released in 2004 for having backstage heat. Nevertheless, Gowen looks fondly back on his WWE run and appreciates the platform he was given at such an early age. Number 3, Mickie James.
Mickie James. I remember that her feud with Trish Stratus. That's like one of my favorite, like one of my favorite WrestleMania matches. One of them. Don't. What? How dare you? That's
my opinion!
no, but it is one of my favorite WrestleMania matches. It was like her versus Trish Stratus.
Lola questioned if Mickie came from the crowd. She would be declared as a super fan of Trish. This would be a storyline which would develop over the next several months. The storyline between the two
I
would
remember
be
this storyline.
insanely compelling. It was rare that WWE would devote this much time and effort into a women's storyline back in the Ruthless Aggression era. Mickie's admiration of Stratus eventually turned sinister, leading to an acclaimed matchup at WrestleMania 22. In the initial debut,
Great
was a
match.
perfect
If you haven't
introduction
seen it, go
to
watch
the
it.
WWE
Great
audience,
match.
and she would end up being one of the most iconic female talents in WWE
I agree.
history.
I definitely agree.
Number 2, Beth Phoenix.
Beth Phoenix?
1 year after WWE hit a home run with the debut of Mickie James, they attempted a similar approach with the debut of future Hall of Famer Beth Phoenix. On the May 8th, 2006 edition of Raw, Phoenix would emerge from the crowd attacking Mickie. It was then explained that she and Mickie were old friends, but Phoenix was swearing her debut. When she eventually returned in 2007, a rocket was strapped to her as she became the top star in the women's division, where she would be cemented for the next several years. And number 1, Santino Marella.
Yeah, Santino Marella's in it. Look at that, I told you. I told you it was going to be Santino Marella in there.
April 16th, 2007 episode of Raw, which was emanating from Milan, Italy. Marella was present as a fan who was picked out of the crowd by Vince McMahon as an opponent for the villainous Umaga. Marella vs Umaga would be a match for the IC title, and following some interference from Bobby Lashley,
Bobby
he won
Lashley.
the title in one of the biggest upsets in WWE history.
I remember that. I was like, who is this guy and why is this guy?
Marella would go on to have a rather successful WWE career, winning the IC title on a number of occasions.
I definitely remember some of those, not all of those, but I'm so happy that they brought up Mickie James because I feel like y'all don't be giving her flowers. That's what I feel like. That's just my opinion. Y'all don't be giving her. Anyways, so that's the end of that video. How do y'all feel about Sasha Banks' debut in Japan? How do y'all feel about that? Because, you know, I think it's okay. She's still wrestling, so okay. You know what I'm saying? I also watch other wrestling shows too. I don't just watch WWE. I watch Impact sometimes. Sometimes like, I'll turn on WoW. If you guys don't know what that is, it's Women of Wrestling. I watch a lot of different wrestling shows. I don't normally watch AEW, and it's nothing against them. Like, oh, I'm team this or that. There's a lot of people there that I watch or I knew from WWE, but there's not anybody there that I favorite. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard. I mean, you got Pentagon and Ray. I don't watch a lot of AEW. I feel like I'm too far out of it. So, bing, bam, boom. So, whatever. To end this off, you know, I'm Lexi. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. The original video will be in the description below. Yeah. I'll talk to you. I'll see you guys later. Why am I'm so kerfuffled. I'll see you later.